Not a bad day at work for me is I get to the set and there's no cream cheese for the bagels.
Right.
Director?
Right.
Couldn't motivate. I don't know what, but a dog eat a bone.
You got it rough, man. I don't know how you deal with it.
That's a bad day for me.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you that you're a God that knows everything that's going on right now and is intimately acquainted with our deployment, with everything that's going on in each person's family, their thoughts, their feelings. We pray that you would give us strength.
That kid either, when you're holding her, she's either trying to fall asleep or she's playing. She just sat there for like 10 minutes as if she knew I was leaving. But she had never done that before.
She's saying goodbye.
Man, that's like the most heart-wrenching thing ever. I don't know how to describe it. You just hope that you can see the person again.
I may be walking out the door for the last time and abandon the people I love the most. And for what? A cause? I mean, I already told you I'm leaving what I'm doing, but damn, you're asking a lot if I don't get to come back.
Lord, as we leave, keep us safe. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Even though this was Isaac's third deployment, it still felt strange sending my brother off into combat. But it didn't feel that way for my youngest brother, Joe. He'd spent one tour of duty in Iraq in Isaac's unit already.
That's the fun stuff. Kicking in the door, going clearing that building. That's fun stuff. It's good shit.
Is it because it's such an adrenaline rush? Is that why it's fun? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like life at a height.
Even in training, where you're kicking down the door, it's awesome. It's like the best.
You have to have force. You got to have a sheepdog in order to protect the sheep from the wolves. Sheep are, for the most part, innocent, you know. Sheepdog, he's organized chaos. You have to have organized chaos in order to have free, orderly, you know, life.
Imagine it's like you're going into a house fully geared up, you know, from head to toe. I mean, you have to see it and do it.
Talking to Joe made me realize how much he had changed in the last 2 years, and how close he'd become to Isaac. I began to feel a distance for the first time between myself and my two brothers.
Why are you turning on the camera there?
Alright, there's the head.
There were 5 Rademacher boys: Isaac, Klaus, Thad, Joe, and me, Jake. I'm the oldest brother, Joe the youngest. Behind us boys came our 2 sisters, Hannah and Jane. We all grew up in Decatur, Illinois. Our childhood was pretty typical. Trick-or-treating,
Don't take down my pants.
scouts, soccer games, family vacations. I guess this was called all-American. Being the oldest, some of the parenting duties inevitably fell to me. I enjoyed looking out for the younger ones and very quickly became accustomed to the role. But as we boys grew into men, things changed. Different paths were chosen. Isaac graduated at the top of his class in military tactics from West Point in 2000. There he met and married his wife, Jenny. Joe followed Isaac into the military. He joined the Army in 2003 and had the rare opportunity to serve with his brother for his first tour of duty. Later, he graduated from Ranger School and top of his class from Sniper School in 2004. Now a captain, Isaac volunteered for a third deployment to Iraq, where he serves as the operations officer for an elite long-range surveillance company.
There he is. Whoa. Good embarrassing. Thank you.
You and Isaac, I think, developed as leaders of the group because you were the older children, and sometimes you were more dominant than he was, and other times he would dominate depending on what was being done and how they were playing together.
There you go, son. He's doing well. He knows he's being filmed right now.
Both boys, I think, were interested off and on in the military, at least in a kind of a peripheral way. But anyway, Jacob couldn't make it into West Point, but his younger brother, Isaac, became enamored with the idea, and lo and behold, he ended up going to West Point.
You were the more thoughtful of the two, and you were more into analyzing personalities and why things happened the way that they did. He was taking the part of the Pied Piper sometimes with the other kids, and here, let's do this.
It was a good time growing up with 5 older brothers. It wasn't like rough or you guys never like beat me up or tied me to a tree or anything like that. You're like, we can't hurt this one. She's the first girl.
Jacob started out as a finance major and ended up calling to say he was going to change major in the senior year. And I said, maybe international finance or international business. No, he wanted to be an actor. So we had some interesting transatlantic phone calls after that.
There's been a huge role reversal. I was the one that was going to go to West Point. Isaac was the one that was going to be a professional actor. He won the acting award his senior year of high school. He was an athlete. I basically had a career in high school to prepare for West Point. Then I didn't get in.
I got a flight. Text message.
Not only did I want to be a soldier, I drove everything in my life towards it. Because I always wanted to go to war. I always wanted to see it. So I was floundering in life because what I had planned to do in my 20s was denied me. So it's very interesting, it was a role reversal. Isaac got much more serious about his life, and I started looking for mine.
Where are you going? You're going to Kuwait.
I want to know what's going on in Iraq because I have 2 brothers serving there.
5 hours to Kuwait.
These guys are putting their lives on the line. Why are they doing it? I need to know. It's important. I have a personal stake in that.
And that's why I set off with a bare-bones crew to find my brother's war in Iraq.
Bye. Bye-bye. All the best.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm tired. I have a headache. My eyes hurt from this prescription. It's about 11 o'clock. We just arrived in Kuwait. We gotta get to the Hilton, call this major, so we make it to Iraq tomorrow. So when I smell the Kuwaiti air, it's warm. Wow. Hey, Mom, it's Jake. Huh? I'm calling you from Kuwait. Yeah, I'm in Kuwait. This is Jake. Yeah. Little bit. I feel a little nauseous right now. I'm a little tired. Ugh.
Change the weekend, that's why.
The change of climate, is that what it is? It was a malaria medicine.
Upon arriving at the Hilton, I learned that our workers' comp insurance had been canceled. Without this insurance, I would lose my crew, production team back home, and I'd be without medical insurance in a war zone. All this work, and to fail this close. I decided that I had to go on alone.
last fucking minute, right as the bus comes. Norman calls and says you got the insurance. And he goes, now here's the bad news. 50 fucking K. It's fucking way more than we thought it was gonna be. So we're on a bus. We're headed to airport just outside Kuwait. All the curtains are drawn, all the lights are out. Imagine that's for security.
No, that's so we can sleep.
So we can sleep. Again, like I said, it's for security. People are trying to kill us right now.
What I'd like you to do when you get off this bus is take everything you got, helmet and vest, carry on luggage, set it down in these rows. If you're going to Baghdad, set it down these rows over. You got 4 rows off to your left out here. When you get out here, it'll be off to your left. Guys, I have a box built out here. If your bag does not fit in that box, it goes on the pallet. It does not go on the plane with you. All right? So if it doesn't fit in that box, don't argue with me. Put it on the pallet. Bruh man. You gotta force it. It's too big.
Okay.
Okay? Now, if it won't fit standing up, it won't fit sideways, it's too big.
I think if I take this out...
Sir, if it doesn't fit sideways or standing up, it is too big. Okay?
You see these things on the side, though?
Sir, it is still too big. Pay attention to it. Look at it. It will not fit in there. It is too big.
All right.
It's longer than the box. Out of the way. Okay, folks. Does anyone have any weapons or ammunition in their luggage that's on the ground? Okay, let's get this going. Your route for today is you're going from here to Baghdad, then you're going on to Mosul.
How many years have they been flying these things?
It was flying them back in Vietnam today.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. This is the most reliable aircraft known to man. The C-130. Workhorse.
Were you in Vietnam?
Yep. Military is all I know. And matter of fact, I grew up here. That means the first time I learned that I could learn something, it was in the military.
If you want to do some shooting up front, stay off those maps.
You should have a great view today. You guys want to shoot us Iowa down and, you know.
When the pilot heard of my plan to film my brother's unit in Mosul, he invited me forward to ride in the cockpit.
C-130, its job is actually to stay down low, under the radar and everything, you know. Go drop the guys out the back like your brother, and then, you know, escape. So that's what it was built for. What we're doing over here is more like Southwest Airlines. So we're kind of the primary way that troops and stuff move around in the theater.
After flying 9,000 miles, I expected that Isaac would meet me at the airport.
Hey, Jake Rademacher. Nice to meet you, Special.
He actually just called.
Oh, did he really?
I was soon to learn that getting from one end of Mosul to the other was a little more difficult than catching the nearest cab.
All right, action's on contact. Take small arms fire. It's not effective. We're just gonna keep rolling.
He did arrange for a ride in his company's afternoon supply run.
Along the route, if we had an IED, no vehicles are destroyed, we're just gonna keep rolling up to Courage. I'm gonna call it for route clearance, and we'll get ready to roll. Any questions?
Shit.
Yeah, you guys will like Mosul down here. It's pretty nice. I mean, I wouldn't buy no summer home here, but I definitely think I'm gonna visit again.
Wow. I'm Kansas City, New Orleans.
Going, if you look on the side of the road, you'll see where some of the guardrails have been blown up. So you can see kind of where some of the IEDs and stuff have gone off in the past.
you doing that?
They like to drop things, like, you know, grenades. They'll hang over there, drop grenades down. So if you exit different than the way you came in, you just kind of lower your chances of them being able to drop a grenade or something on you on the back side.
Told you Mosul was nice.
Oh, shit.
What's up, man? What's up? Got everybody? Yeah. Sergeant Kane! Damn! I didn't know you were coming back. Okay.
Brothers hug.
Okay.
Let's get the AC working. What do you say? What do you say about that?
So I told you I'd fucking make it.
No shit, huh?
What's up?
You have no idea what it took to get here.
Yeah, I know. I've been tracking you.
No idea.
Hearing all the
but
shit.
I'm here, which is cool. In fact, we got our insurance about 12 hours ago. That was a big deal. Yeah,
I bet it would be.
Yeah.
I just got these new glasses, just basically for this shit.
Well, you look like a movie star. I was thinking Brad Pitt.
Shut up.
What was it like to see me jump off the Humvee and walk through the...
I think it was a lot more exciting for you than it was for me. I spent 6 months in Iraq with Joe last year, so I know what it's like to have a brother in arms right next to me.
When do you think it's gonna be?
Shot.
That's a fucking bullet?
Yeah, that was an AK-47 shot. This is known as the bombed-out palace versus the palace, which is the headquarters facility. That's the big, ornate one. That
Isaac wasted no time showing me around the base and introducing me to the men and women he worked with. He was eager to show me what life at FOB Courage was all about.
Appreciate it, though, guys. The incoming attacks that have happened on FOB Courage around Mosul, this being one of the hotbeds of the insurgency, a lot of times they use indirect fire to either harass or try to kill coalition forces. All of the trailer parks, as we call them, but the living quarters that the soldiers live in, are surrounded on Courage with these large barriers. They call them Texas barriers. Looks like about 9 inches thick cement, about 12 feet tall. This particular one happened on December 30th. It worked backwards, but still worked in our favor. And I remember soldiers laying here bleeding. I remember soldiers sitting, crouched down in the bunker in almost a fetal position. It was a real wake-up call for us because it happened days after we arrived here to start doing our missions. Basically, we've been given the assignment to develop the intelligence along the Syrian border. One of the larger problems in Iraq right now is the flow of foreign fighters, money, resources to keep the insurgency going. And it started in Vietnam as a LRP, long-range patrol. After the close of Vietnam, we became long-range surveillance, the ability to go deep behind enemy lines and conduct reconnaissance or surveillance operations on the enemy.
Qusayba smugglers, they have their own berm break that they can smuggle across. It's also reported that a lot of the Syrian border police in this area are Syrian intelligence. And all the foreign fighters that we've been tracking from Saudi Arabia and Jordan have been going up to Qamishli and then down into the Syrian border post and on their way into Iraq. You can see those items coming right over the top of the cliffs.
My guys have to sit down with me and say, okay, here's where we think guys are coming across the border, here's when we think it's happening, and here's what we think is going on. And then we take the teams and put the teams out there, and the team's job is to confirm or deny.
They don't have a location for where the shots came from?
There are to confirm that, yes, there is people coming across the border, confirm they're doing vehicle or foot traffic, or deny. No, I sat in this hole for 3 days and I didn't see a damn thing.
Whoa, good Lord. Update everybody, say they are not actively in contact right now.
Being an intel guy here in an infantry company, I get to know that when these guys go out on their mission, I know if I give them bad information, they might not come back at all. If I gave somebody bad information and they died because of it, I'm the one at fault. You know, I'm the one that has to live with that.
But Isaac's command center was not the only vantage point from which I wanted to see a mission. And I convinced my brother to get us a spot on the next recon mission out to the Syrian border.
Since we know you're going on this mission, yeah, I would have, I'd start packing it up and let Murata help you. They'll tell you, you need that, you don't need that. They'll help you pack light and make sure you have everything you need. Yes, sir.
When day you leaving, the 18th?
Yeah.
Y'all need to be drinking water.
Oh, yes?
Constantly. Do you think it's hot here? Wait till you get out there.
And you could probably wear that over tomorrow on the striker run. Wear this over, and then bring something like a set of shorts and a t-shirt for you to wear while you're there tomorrow.
Okay.
To relax in and walk around and do whatever.
Well, the laundry guys don't give a shit about color, huh?
No, they really don't.
What the fuck is that?
I was anxious to get outside the wire, and this mission was my ticket. The platoon I was to accompany was based at Fort Merez, about 25 miles from Fort Courage. Isaac wanted to personally introduce me to the soldiers that would be conducting this recon mission. We caught a ride on the morning striker run across Mosul. Strikers aren't the most comfortable way to get around, and the inside can start to feel like an oven. It's important to drink a lot of water.
Develop your bladder in the military. Really? So you learn to find that inner happy place. And you store some piss in there to relieve the pressure. We should be there like any minute. I mean, fuck. I gotta go. You gonna try to go in your water bottle? No, I don't want to pee in a fucking bottle. I have to go that bad. I've had to fucking urinate for an hour. Hey, we almost there? Fix the wall. Go for it, big guy. Take a knee. Funny is since he was like 10, it hasn't grown much. We're going on like 6 minutes here, seriously. Pelvic thrusts into the water bottle. What the fuck? Get your hand off me. That's my helmet, that's my car. There we go. Gatorade. Yeah, it'll be a good experience. You'll see a lot of stuff. Hopefully there'll be some excitement on the mission.
Excitement?
Yeah. Nothing too crazy that'll get you killed.
We'll be doing over 200 clicks off-road.
A serious road trip we're doing.
Yes.
When do you put your sunscreen on? Before you get in this thing? Or
I never put any sunscreen on.
Really?
And I'm able to show you my life in a way you never would have seen it before.
So get on in.
I mean, think about it. You know, Mom and Dad don't know what I do. They just don't. Dad's well-read on all this shit, but I can tell him everything, but he just, you know, he listens, he hears. He doesn't know.
You get to see this shit firsthand.
You hit by an IED, no damage, no injuries, or you keep rolling towards the higher.
If this truck starts to roll over, the one thing you got to remember, you've got to grab the gunner, because I'm not going to be able to, all right?
Now, what do you mean by grab him? Like when we're rolling, pull him in, or just hold on to
pull
his
him
legs?
down, pull him in, pull him over here with you, hold on to him as tight as you can, so he doesn't get flipped out, and this thing rolls over and crushes him and cuts him in half. We're going to be all jammed up in here. There's going to be shit flying everywhere. Don't worry about nothing. Leave your camera, whatever the fuck. Don't worry about it. Get out of this fucking truck.
Gunners, stay low in the hatch. Don't be General Patton. They take depth play.
You've got, you know, anywhere from 2 to maybe 6 guys that are out by themselves. Their only link back to the big army is a radio.
See you for like 5 days.
And they have to know each other. They have to get along with each other.
A lot of guys will get frustrated because it takes a certain kind of person to go out, sit in a hole for 5 days and not see a damn thing. You have to have a kid who can sit there in the blazing ass heat, looking through a scope. I mean, picture being one of those kids.
Hey, Little Smith, we're gonna stop for a second.
There's a vehicle that's lost its power steering and its brakes. They're both on the same hydraulic system, so.
Who has the wrenches?
Power steering?
Yeah.
They're gonna be hurting for the rest of the mission. Without the power steering, every bump you hit shocks the steering wheel, about breaks your hand.
Where the hell are we?
You're in the middle of fucking nowhere, man. If you want to take your shit out and dust it off, this is a good spot to do it. We're going to be here for a while.
Okay.
We're going to be here until it gets dark, and then we're going to go and do a reconnaissance of our fucking site.
Actually, it feels really good to take this shit off your face.
I was looking at the Lexus hybrid, the fucking Ford Escape, or the Ford, whatever that thing is, or the Toyota, but there's a waiting list to get the Lexus or the Toyota hybrid.
Why are we coming out with those hydrogen cars?
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait for a hydrogen car.
You guys be careful. Here, let me get a pole. See you guys when we get back.
You guys ready? Let's go.
We've got a lot of intelligence collection platforms. Everything from planes flying overhead to satellites. You name it, it's probably out there. But nothing beats a set of human eyes looking at a key piece of terrain. So the idea is we find that key piece of terrain and we watch it for days at a time.
You doing all right, Jake?
Yeah.
Staying awake?
Almost finished, I guess.
So they're digging in tonight.
Just took the mules with him.
Interesting. Jake's probably having the time of his life. Where's the platoon hut?
It was established right out here.
These missions are real rough on the men. We typically, the longest we'll send them out is 5 days because of the extreme conditions of the environment. It's very hot, extremely dusty, and it'll wear a guy out. Knowing Jake, I think he's getting by. He was never quite the dirty type that I was. You know, we were in scouts and stuff, getting out in the field and rolling around in the dirt. And he's got good people there to take care of him, so I'm not worried about him. He won't soon forget how bad conditions can be. He'll come back saying, yes, I went to the right place with the right men to find what I was looking for,
in terms of figuring out the heart of the American soldier.
Scientology, that big thing out in fucking LA.
Not for me.
What's really interesting is that the whole rest of the world are interested in these fuckers, but they're so out of touch with our lives. You know, my life is nothing, no similarities with Tom Cruise, whatever. Yet I can't get enough of reading about him and whatever the fuck he's dating. I don't know why that's so fascinating. My wife doesn't get it either. She's like, "Why you read this shit?" I don't know.
You can go to ranger school for 2 months, come back, and your chick's been cheating on you for whatever reason. I went to basic training, and she, the day I left for basic training, she was fucking her next door neighbor, dude. I was like, are you kidding me?
Some other dude got my wife pregnant, and some cocksuckers using my nice little dresser. Fucking maple. Back. I wanted to piss in it because you can never get that smell out of the oak. You know?
No one in my block that I grew up with been here, you know, and a lot of the people I grew up with are still in the same hometown, you know, drinking beer at the same bars they did when they turned 21, and I don't want that life.
So, do we sit out in the sun for basically 3 days? This is what I signed myself up for here.
You gotta look at what the mission is here. We're not here to freaking go blow things up. We're here to confirm or deny certain things are happening in certain areas.
This is our middle berm break here. You can kind of see where the berm is down. The road picks up and goes into Syria.
The mission out here, you check it out, you send it to higher decides how they want to deal with it.
Been a couple explosions from the city. That's where most of our traffic's come through.
My mom likes this job. She likes it a lot more than any other job I'd have in the military. My issue is my family. I love the job, but there's some personal stuff I'd like to have too. I'm not sure if I can get that right now because you're going to be deployed. You're going to be gone a year, home a year, gone a year, home a year. So it's confusing because you're an adrenaline junkie now. You like the adrenaline rush, but you like your family too.
Did you guys hear gunfire?
All I heard was
-1-4. All we've been hearing is maybe like mortar explosions over.
Yeah, Roger. Did it cross the berm?
Hey, do you see a vehicle with its headlights on? Roger, 1-6. We have eyes on that area right now, and does it have its headlights on over?
Roger. Apparently 1-3 observed a vehicle on the Syrian side of the berm. It appears to be going south at this time. Over.
Roger. From our position, he's probably about 5 or 6 Ks out, but we'll watch him over.
Roger.
Oh, hell. We haven't seen anything. Not a single thing today.
It's Sunday, man, I'm telling you.
It's church day.
First, you know, you think it's miserable. You're in a dust storm and you're pooping in a plastic porta-john and all these things that are gross. You just come to accept them with time, you know, and you work past. I mean, it's just, I think anybody would adapt to any environment, you know, it's just human nature. But it's amazing how all the things you think are horrible at first, you get used to and you don't even think about it no more. When I first joined the Army, I did everything I could not to have the shit in the field. I would hold it for days at a time. After all, you're just like, fuck it. Just dig it about foot deep. Just put your hands back on the rocks and squat over.
Oh, yeah, like this?
Yeah, something like that. You want to lean forward.
That's how you do it?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of strength. You got to keep it falling in. It sucks after a while. I hope you're a fast shitter. I take forever. See, this is why you want to go away. The guys take pictures and stuff. And no privacy.
Jesus. I make 1877.
That's with jump pay and everything else?
No, that's base pay.
pay.
It's base pay.
That's not bad.
It's not good either.
Not bad.
It's like purgatory. It's not bad, but
it's not bad, but it's
not
certainly not good.
But still not that bad.
On the bright side, you don't have to worry about clothes because you wear the same fucking thing every day. It's not bad. If you're doing this for the money, you're retarded. You don't do it for the money. You can't.
What do you do it for?
I'm trying to figure that out right now because I'm supposed to be re-enlisting or getting out, and I'm trying to figure out why I do this.
It's funny, when you go home, come back from a year-long deployment, you go to the mall, you see some fat guy stuffing his face with hot dogs. I'm thankful for that because that guy can kill himself on nitrate sickles, anytime he wants to. We fight for that. That's what he wants. I'm happy for him.
My niece, both of my nieces, they're going to have an education. They're going to have a life. And it's because of me being over here that they're going to be able to continue their life. Same with if you have kids or anybody else has kids. I mean, we're out here for them. We work for them.
Is it worth it if it costs your life?
Yeah, it'd be worth it. That's why I'm here. I'd give my life for America any day. Wouldn't think twice.
All right, put on safe.
These guys out here, I'm gonna know them for the rest of my life. You spend so much time out here with them, you get to know them. They almost become brothers, So it's great. You have a new family.
I've tried to make my dad proud ever since I was a little kid. It was hard to see if I was doing that, because, young boys, we get in trouble all the time.
Think your dad's proud of you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we spend our whole lives trying to make our dads proud, huh?
Yeah, we do. Sure do.
My dad answered my question once because he's like, "Are you gonna get out?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know if I can stay in." He's like, "The caliber of person you're gonna be working with in the military is better than the caliber of person you're gonna meet 90% of the time anywhere else in the work world. It's because it's just a different breed. You go through different things together. And my friends here are closer than almost any friends I've ever had in my entire life. If I figure out why I do it, I'll let you know."
Yeah.
It's fucking hot.
So last full day.
Sweet. What time are they picking us up?
02.
So we got like 10 hours left?
About. But who's counting?
I am. These guys ain't doing so bad. Me personally, I got the shits right now. I'm sucking really bad.
So you guys went for 3 days?
Oh yeah, fortunately.
How you feel now?
Oh, I feel great now.
Oh, these guys are here.
Roger, I'm relaying for 1-6, be advised, first platoon is mission complete, all teams are extracted, and we are preparing to move back to Perez at this time, over.
Hellish drive, 8.5 hours. This company is fucking Jesus. Holy shit. You look like fucking poop.
Yeah, but I like it.
I didn't know you could grow facial hair. Shit. You?
And that's
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Filthy.
Isaac was being called back to the States for further training. But he didn't like leaving before the rest of the soldiers in his company, and before being able to show me even more of his unit's operations. But in the Army, orders are orders, and he had to go.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
Stay out of trouble. Always out of trouble. See you back home. All right, man. Have fun.
You guys want any snacks or anything? We kind of got mail today, so we got like chips and stuff if you want.
Can I watch just the first 5 minutes of season 2? I've seen most of season 2 on TV, but I saw the end of the first season. I never caught the first couple episodes, so I'm just like, is it good?
The first episode, they all come back. I had a friend back home make fun of me for watching it. She's like, that's just wrong, a bunch of grown men sitting around watching OC. It's so great.
Dude, you have no idea how much comfort it was for me when these guys were like, yeah, we love the OC. I'm like, talking about fucking Rangers and shit. Cause like, I like it, you know?
I don't care what he thinks is fair. He could have died out there.
Okay. Hey, who was the girl with the purple in her hair? That woman's gorgeous. She's like the perfect because she's got the black eyeliner, which is that mysterious look. The best two women in the show ever. Anna.
Well, and I mean this
season
in the
1.
least scandalous way.
Perfect.
A little thin.
And the bartender. Dude, episode 4. Oh. I put it up there near the Thanksgiving episode.
Breakfast is ready. My mom left early, so there's plenty of...
Fucking awesome, dude.
What could possibly follow up season 2 of the OC? Target practice. Fish, McKay, and Lackey wanted me to share in the fun, so they arranged for me to get in some trigger time.
All right, put that button lock right in your shoulder. And I usually just kind of lean it up. You don't really have to do that. You can use this to balance it.
Okay. Hold on to it, though?
Yeah, it'll fire 3 rounds. Just pull back on it.
How'd I do? Hey, let's see.
Well, pretty good.
Where are the rest of the shots?
So basically, the EOTech, the strike round's gonna be down here somewhere if you're aiming at 25 meters. So that over distance, the rounds will come up the silhouette, you know, because the round travels out, goes up a little bit, about 150, and comes back down.
So you hitting it actually low? Might just me.
But not too
no
far.
offense. How you're shooting.
Yeah. But not that bad. It's
No,
right
hell
there.
no. That's not bad. Because you got to remember, where are all my other blacks?
These guys take you on as a brother, and they train you hard, and they give you a bunch of shit, but they care about you, and they care about your development. So when your life is on the line, it is extremely hard to explain, but it's your buddy's life. You do worry about your own, but more importantly, you're worried about your friends. Making sure that these people you have grown to be brothers with are making it through there with you successfully.
Sometimes I'll flip through the pictures of my daughter, my wife. Usually it's the daughter, though, because I want to be a part of her life, and I'm not. The daughter's the one that I'm not remembering as well as I'd like to. Jenny? Hello.
I'll be coming home today, and I'll be flying into Fayetteville Airport. We're supposed to be there at 18:28 local. Okay. And Joe can come too if you want, whatever. But I gotta see you and the baby.
I'm gonna come home, and the one thing I'm gonna want to do is just pick her up, grab her, and hug her. And the reality of it is that she may not let me because she won't remember who I am. I'm gonna have to go home and reacquaint myself with my own daughter and prove to her that I love her.
Showed up yet?
You know, Jenny, you want to go back through and walk back up?
We can do that if you want.
I do know her. That's why I don't know why she's not here. That's surprising.
I'm gonna check outside for a minute. So how did Jake doing well over there?
Yeah, he's having a good time.
That's why I said Jenny's probably road raging right now.
Oh, did you talk to him?
I talked to Joe.
Oh.
Yeah. They're all coming. I think they got 2 vehicles.
I think it's important for people in the military to have families because it makes a constant reminder to them of why they're doing what they're doing, especially when they go in harm's way.
Combat jump? What did you do?
No.
That's jump master. Oh, I thought that was combat.
I want my brothers home. I don't like them being over there. I don't like them being gone. I mean, I understand it. As much as I understand it, it's still confusing to me. It's because I take such a different viewpoint upon it. Or else I'd be there with them.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
I missed you.
Hunter, look.
Hello.
Dada?
I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know how he's doing it. I can't do it. I couldn't leave her. I'd go out of my mind. Hunter's at a good age where she doesn't necessarily notice in the moment that he's gone. I remind her of him all the time, but I think the person it's toughest on is Isaac.
We got to get you warmed up, Hunter.
He's sacrificing everything.
She likes the sunglasses.
Because he wants to make this world a better place for her to grow up in.
Hunter, I swear.
That's what we do everything for. It's for our children. So, he knows how important it is.
It is his choice to serve his country this way. And you can't choose your children's lives. You can't choose the circumstances under which they'll live them. You just have to have the feeling that you prepared them as best as you can.
I know nothing's gonna happen to him out there. This is Isaac. I mean, Isaac's like Superman. He's got, you know, got the big guns and everything going on there. Yeah, I wasn't too worried about Isaac getting hurt.
You can't really explain what it's like when you reintegrate into society. You feel like you don't belong. Moreover, though, you feel just like nobody understands you.
When I came back from Iraq, I couldn't go through Walmart without getting extremely irritated. I was consistently surrounded by people who were complaining about cell phone bills and they didn't have the right size, their food wasn't fresh enough, whatever. Man, none of that shit matters. To stare death in the face, or to watch your best friend die, or to just be scared of dying. When that's over, you're alive like you've never been before.
You know, I can just look at him and tell, you know, what he's kind of like saying non-verbally, you know what I mean? I can read him a lot better than a lot of other people can, you know, what he's thinking or feeling at the time. He wants to be on the ground. I know him. He doesn't want to be the guy in the desk. You can tell he wants to be the guy taking the hill or, you know, charging the bunker or whatever, you know, kicking in the door. That's who Isaac truly is. Like, I'm just like him, though. I don't want to be in a desk at all. I want to be the guy on the ground pulling the trigger. It's a totally different world, you know, especially being over in Iraq with him, you know, as a soldier, not as a civilian.
That kid's been nothing but impressive since he came in the Army. He's got a 6-month deployment to Iraq done with me. He, like me, thrives over there.
It was scary at times because I was nervous about his well-being. I didn't want him to get killed. They got hit one time. Shit, I was up in the talk, listening to the radio calls come over. They called off the battle roster numbers. I was making sure Joe wasn't one of them. Had it been Joe, get 4 trucks full of cops, let's go. We go fucking breaking in doors. I mean, you're not supposed to involve the emotion, but sometimes it's unavoidable. So, that was the good and the bad with Joe. I could protect him, and he was in harm's way. I'd rather have him close than far away.
There's a striker convoy coming with us. We were going that way. It was on the meeting. What happened? Just driving along. 07 went through. They started going through. Boom. I drove through the dust and kept going. That was a big fucking explosion, dude. I drove through. I thought it hit so hard it's gonna flip over.
Once it knocked me down and my ears were ringing extremely bad, I couldn't hear anything out of my left ear. I was kind of checking myself to make sure that I wasn't bleeding anywhere and didn't realize that. Or trying to make sure that if I got hit, I know about it, because I had the adrenaline pumping like crazy at that point. I mean, there's a good chance I might not have felt something right away.
I was driving, so I was pretty much watching forward, and I just cut out of the corner of my eye, had my sunglasses on. It was just a gray cloud instantly hit my window, and then that's when my window shattered in 2 spots. If that window wasn't as thick as it was, my head probably would have been in Sergeant Bodecker's lab. I was about that far away.
After we got back to that base, I took off my helmet and sat it in my lap, and I noticed a tear in the cover of my helmet, and I was looking at it closer, and it was, my helmet had a hole in it, and then I looked on the inside, and I realized that the whole inside had bulged out, and it just barely stopped the shrapnel from penetrating all the way through.
Did his job.
Yeah, it did. Grundy was pissy. He couldn't shoot anybody.
Well, I was pointing my sometimes there's small arms fire, sometimes there isn't. If somebody shoots at me, I'm gonna take you out. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And we love duking it out with people, so I mean, they don't stand a chance against us. I mean, their only chances with IEDs because they know that they can't just stand toe-to-toe with us and have a fight, so.
Hey, there's a possible IED at the box in the middle of the road. Just be on the lookout for it.
We were all still thinking about what happened that morning. I mean, I kind of looked at it as falling off a horse. I mean, I knew that if I didn't get up there right away, I mean, there's a good chance I might get a little gun shy. I just basically needed to get back into it and feel comfortable up there again.
How far out it was? Yeah, it's down by where we got blown up. It's on the northbound, southbound lane.
I mean, it's part of our job. We can't really just be like, something bad happened this morning, we're taking the rest of the day off. I mean, we have stuff we have to do. Just keep on going with it.
I've been dating Joe for 3.5 years. Joe's just, I think he's changed. He's more independent, brave. He was brave before, but he didn't really get a chance to show it like he has now. I think it's just because he went to Iraq. I think that changed him a lot. Joe was always really, like afraid to argue with me or yell at me or anything like that. And now whenever he gets mad, he just screams. Things are different now than they used to be, but I think that things would be different anyways just because it's been 3 years. You know, everything's not going to be the same as it was whenever you first started dating, but I just think he's changed because of the war and the Army.
Only until you said something did I remember that you used to mess with me.
He expects me to be a strong person and me to never cry.
and to show no emotion like he has to. But I can't, and I think he gets mad at me when I cry. So, it's just hard because I cry about a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't want to be the only guy in the uniform.
Why? I'm sensitive, and he used to be, but that wore away, you know? He has to be tough, and I have to be tough. I'm not tough all the time. So.
But I'm sure that would mean just as much.
Here we are down here in Miraz. Courage is up here. Gonna take Route Toyota to Saab to Lexus up to the hub. Okay.
We're basically conducting what's called a food trip. Basically to buy things that you can't easily buy or order through the supply system. And the Hook is one of the places that you can go and walk around the market and be somewhat safe.
As soon as we arrived into Hook, I was amazed by the different mood in the air. Precautions were still taken, but the stress level was lower here in the north, as our Sunni interpreter Ali assured me.
If you see any friendly guy in the market, maybe he shook your hand like this, walking together. It's mean good thing, not mean bad thing. Yeah? Just I want to let you know. Sometimes maybe he wants to even he kiss you. That's okay. Okay, you know what I mean.
By us enforcing a no-fly zone, it kept Saddam out of this northern part of Iraq. So it enabled the Kurds protection, first of all, and secondly, they had the ability to create their own economy, their own justice system, you know, and you could tell as night and day. And when we go out in town, you'll see it's just, I mean, we can walk around, not get shot at, not get bombed.
It's one of the few chances that most people get to interact with locals. You can't really walk down the street here in Mosul and just go talking to people and stuff. Whereas the Hook, because of our relations with the Kurds, it allows us to interact with them.
Where'd you learn how to speak English?
School.
You go to school?
In my mind, at least, it shows that there is a chance for Iraq. You know, up here, everything's going well. You know, you have Christians, Muslims, they walking down the street together, no problems. It's really interesting.
Okay. Ready? That's okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you.
American soldier, they leave his mom, dad, kids, wife, coming here to help the Iraqi people. And maybe some people say they die for nothing. That's wrong. They're doing a great job for the Iraqi people. I've been with the American soldier for 2 years. I know what they do for the Iraqi people. The terrorists attacked my house. They killed my brother. They shot another my brother. They burned the house. They're doing the bad stuff. Because they know I work with the American. If they kill my brother, my father in the future, I stay with the army too. Because I believe that. Wherever.
You want your country to have freedom?
Yep. Because I want freedom for my country. You see my company. Everybody's my brother. Because we're working together. We're staying together.
I lost a brother once.
Me too.
You too.
Yeah.
Make you mad?
But not for nothing. For a great thing.
Visiting Kurdistan opened my eyes to the bright potential that Iraq could have. But when I thought about the loss of Ali's brother, I was brought back to a dark time in my own life.
Who's this?
This is Dad.
Thad Rademacher?
Yeah, Jacob's
One and only?
brother.
Predecessor? I didn't expect that to die. I didn't expect any of my family that I left back here to get hurt. And then one dies, thereby hurting so many others. Now I got chaos in the Middle East and I got chaos at home. It's pretty much bullshit. It's a two-front war. It's what defeated Napoleon. It's not fair. There's a lot of pain associated with it. The first part was you feel the need to protect him. Well, I wasn't. I didn't protect him from the drugs and the stupid crap that he wanted to do with his life. I didn't convince him that it was against his best interest. The other part that made it extremely painful was the true, pure sadness inside Mom.
He already was showing signs of being bipolar even when he was little. He reminded me of a hero in a Greek play with a flaw that he just could not overcome. It was just tragic, you know, in the true sense of the word. And after that, I really, truly worried about the rest of the family because I felt pretty sure that some of you were struggling with the same thing I was. Why weren't we able to get through to him? Why couldn't we help him? What could we have done differently?
It's his decision. I mean, his actions got him where he is. But for a long part of my rebellious childhood, he's the rebel with me. We were the people who could talk to each other about what we were doing, and I don't know. He hardly ever looked at me with disgust.
You know, I mean, at the time that Thad died, I didn't know where we were going from there. Nothing else I could do for him. I just couldn't, you know. It's where faith comes in. Sometimes maybe God had a better idea for us. Because I was sure as hell out of ideas.
I don't really talk to God. Talk to Thad. Figure he cares a little bit more about what I have to say, and he'll go tell God himself.
Klaus got hit pretty hard, but so did Joe, and Joe started to lose touch.
I believe like one event in your life really changes your life around, makes you who you are, and I think that was it right there, because you never know when you're gonna go. So what do you feel you need to accomplish before you die?
It was a very traumatic moment for me, you know, seeing him on the couch, not breathing, you know, and such, and having to perform CPR. That was probably the most traumatic moment of my entire life. Nothing's topped that so far, all the things I've been in over Iraq. I grew up with Thad, and I spent lots and lots of time with him. It hurts a lot to lose a fellow soldier, but nothing hurts as bad as watching a brother die.
You need a haircut.
I think I broke your thing.
What's that? It's got bigger.
Reuniting with my family gave me some idea of what Isaac and Joe had missed during their time in country. While I was in Iraq, Klaus had become a father.
Look at that little baby. Told her to go pass out.
But the one I was most anxious to see was Joe.
Jacob. Joe.
up, big cutie? Can we snuggle? Can I spoon you? Hey, it's good to see you too. I haven't seen you in a while. You little fucker. Come here.
It wasn't just Thad's death, it was also leading up to it. At that point in time, I was transitioning to where a brother wasn't the person you always fought with, you know what I mean? It was more becoming a best friend. But he was even better than that because he's a brother.
Hey, there's no wrestling. I'm an old man. You're the young one. You're the young warrior of the army. So you made sergeant or what?
You've not actually officially gotten sergeant yet, but you're going to get it, or? That's cool. When is your ceremony or whatever? Whenever they give you?
November 1st.
November 1st? That's a while, ain't it?
No.
Is that you gonna be back by then, or are they gonna give it to you while you're over there?
Over there. Where are you gonna go?
Up north, somewhere in Iraq.
Up north? They haven't told you where?
Yeah, I know where I'm going. Just some city I can't even pronounce.
We got to go out on a 5-day mission with one of Isaac's groups. Connor and I did.
The Army has been a very maturing and defining event in the lives of both Isaac and Joe. And especially with Joe. I mean, Joe went in as a snot-nosed kid, and he's 3 years later is a man now. I mean, he's matured a lot more than he ever would have done if he hadn't been in the Army. It's the right experience at the right time for him, especially after he lost Thad.
To tell you the truth, I think if he would have lived, I don't think I'd be where I am right now. I think he changed a lot of lives after he died. I know he really changed my life once he died, and I couldn't understand it. I always was asking myself, why did this happen, God? You know, why did you take away my brother from me? He's only 20 years old, you know? Why did you take my best friend in the world at the time? Why would you do that? It's really sad to say this, but I don't think it was because it was his time to go. I think it was to help other people.
Does that factor in, you know, going into combat again?
It's very different over there, I mean. Because if everybody watched out for just themselves, you'd be defending for yourself, and that's it. Now, if I watch out for 5 of my buddies, and they all watch out for 5 of their buddies, which includes me, you know, the whole team watches out for each other, you got 5 guys defending you. You gotta fucking watch out for everybody. That's how you survive over there. It's not your own skin. So you don't think about your death. You know, death comes, it comes.
How do you think my experience over there differed from yours? You said, you know, you wouldn't really understand because you're a civilian over there.
Granted, you were over there for, what, 2-3 weeks?
3.5.
3.5, whatever. I was over there for 7 months doing missions every single day. It's totally different than just going out on one mission.
I don't know what Joe needs. Joe needs me to go out and kill some people. Get some confirmed kills. Then maybe I could sit next to him at the dinner table.
What's your job?
Look for trouble. Look for bad guys. Wait for stuff to happen. Wait for the guy to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Doing the wrong thing.
And when he is?
He dies.
I'll never be hard enough for Joe, which is fine with me. When I was 20, I was hard. I could kick his ass. I used to box. I'd get in the ring with Joe. As tough as he is. But I'm 30 now. I'm not hard. I'm a big pussy. I'm fine with that. Right?
Kick it.
I did go back to find the war I'd missed on my first trip. The tougher, uglier side of war that soldiers like my brothers know all too well.
You're more or less looking for personnel, you know, ID making material or anything suspicious.
My second trip brought me to the heart of the Sunni Triangle, to the Al-Anbar province where Joe and Isaac had done their first deployment to Iraq. I went out every chance I got. During the day on presence patrols and civil affairs missions,
For an IED that's on the corner of that intersection over there. IA soldiers saw it, and they're going to bring in EOD now to come over and take a look and disarm it.
2155 rounds. They found it. They're just looking for the base station now. Play ball.
We're going to pass it to the pilot.
During the night, I went on cordon searches and raids.
I counted at least 3 IED receivers.
As my understanding grew of the adrenaline of war,
When you're taking a knee, it's a lower silhouette.
this up-close and personal view of Iraq created within me a deeper empathy for the Iraqi people and their struggle. As I was returning from a civil affairs mission, word came over the radio of a tragedy.
That's terrible. Air medevac, or they're requesting it anyway. So it can't be that good.
Over the last 3 months, troops around the area of Camp Habaniya have been targeted by a foreign sniper.
Hey, did you know that the sniper just struck again?
Did he? Where at?
Yep. Just on the bridge.
Really?
Yep. Just came over the radio.
Who got hit?
On the bridge.
Somebody dead?
They wanted a medevac by helicopter.
I'll keep that under wraps. All right.
I grew up with him since the 4th grade.
The kid that just got killed, you knew from the 4th grade?
Yeah, he was my, I talked him into joining the Army. We're buddies from back at home.
Was he on guard duty?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't want to talk about it, man. Not now, anyway.
I'd like to get out by the house by 611 just to give a little payback to these fucking scumbags.
Then you can see.
Not just shoot anybody on the other
We
side.
don't even know if it came from there. We don't know anything. All we know is the guy got shot. We don't know, other than that, we don't know shit.
Who the fuck cares? You know what? Sitting here fucking bitching about it, not being out in sector ain't gonna get us kills. I fucking guarantee that 100%.
Jumping out and fucking something you don't know anything about is going to get people killed too. Now you can either hurry up and you can fucking rush it.
Getting out in sector is how you're
We
gonna
could
get your
probably
fucking
wait and
kills.
see what. Let's wait another day and see what they come up with intel on where he's at. Because if he's not on the north side and was from the south side, then he's sitting in the house for no reason.
I'm actually trying to get some sleep because I have to go out with the snipers tomorrow. This is the moment where you go, what the fuck was I thinking? But it'll be cool to see what the snipers do. Hopefully it'll shut Joe up a little bit. Of course, he'll have done it 120 times more than I have, but at least I could say I spent a day doing what he does.
All right, we're going out to the 636 grid line. It's going to be this house over here. Major Cooper's been there, Mongo's been there, Parsons has been there, so the only new guys will be Hollywood and then the 2 sergeants.
Hollywood. That was McCann's nickname for me.
I just showed you a little while ago. We're going to send Parsons up first, and then Mongo up, and then we'll rope up all the gear.
He's going to climb up first, and we'll go up second. However you guys do that afterwards is, up to Frank. Then I'm immediately going to go to the balcony and start hoisting shit. But I mean, everybody's got a gist of what's going on. You know Hollywood? We told you, right, Hollywood?
Yeah, go up.
There's a hole you're going to crawl through.
Right.
When you're crawling through, don't pick the bricks. You want to not touch anything going through the hole. We don't know how sturdy the wall is.
When Mongo told me to go, I had no choice. I climbed 25 feet up that swaying rope ladder into pitch darkness.
I'll have one shooter down here.
That's good.
And then we'll have a looker over here. There's a bullet for the chamber. You can set up the other gun position out there. You don't have to just, watch. Just hang out. Yeah. The bricks are just stacked in the hole.
If he comes back through, we're killing him. If
he comes back through, we're shooting him. Me and Frank are very much alike, which is probably why I didn't like him at first, you know. He's definitely a loner, you know. He's got, you know, no wife, no kids. I think he's pushing 30. He's one of the few people, I mean, I'll listen. I value everybody's opinion here to an extent, but I would follow him anywhere if I trust him that much. These people, they pick through the same garbage piles every day. What new do they find?
Probably put an IED in. You watch them?
Yeah, I'm watching. It's a sheet.
Man, this sucks. It's fucking 9:15 and no one's doing anything bad.
There's only one way to get rid of the bad guys, and that's kill them. To beat these people, you gotta act just like them. I mean, it's a little strange when you shoot them, you know, especially when you watch them when their eyes go white. It's a little weird, but I mean, it's kind of like if you ever get a tattoo, you get one, you kind of want another.
You want some?
Yes, please.
Oh, dude, give me my fucking M&M's. Okay. Give me my M&M's.
No.
Don't touch the fucking bag with your...
Can't let people at home know we have M&Ms.
You want me to send out laundry?
You gotta make it seem worse than it really is. Or they quit sending you shit. We don't have M&Ms. What's up? I was talking to Ashman the other night online. They're on Christmas break right now. I needed Melissa's address to send her a Christmas present.
What did you get her?
This fucking gas, fucking teddy bear thing online.
You know how many Christmas presents I bought for any girl in the last 3 years? None. I break up with them in October.
I was just gonna pull the standard flowers.
You can't buy flowers for fucking Christmas.
The fuck you can.
You can't buy a girl flowers for Christmas.
You can do whatever the hell you want with flowers.
You don't buy a girl flowers for fucking Christmas.
If you have limited options, you can. Frank.
Dude, I'm telling you. That's a
Well, I
good
didn't.
move you didn't do.
Well, I didn't, did I?
This is true.
I
You
did.
bought her a teddy bear. Teddy bear is nice.
And she plays soccer. So you can dress them up like little customized things. So I made her a soccer player and put her name on the front and her number on the back. That was it.
How much was the teddy bear?
More than I'm willing to say for a fucking gas teddy
I
bear.
think underneath all this rough and tough brute of a man is really a teddy bear himself.
Maybe.
Send your traffic.
Yeah, I'm on. Keeping in mind. There's all four big heads over here. They're up. You got 3 cars parked on the side of the hill.
It's weird because, you know, you get one kill. Even the guys here don't have kills. They all want one. Because, you know, you're not really a sniper until you get a kill. Like, I wanted one, and then when I got one, I wanted another. You know, you kind of feel bad in a way, you know. Not that you feel bad for the guy. It's just not an everyday normal thing of blowing someone away, you know, shooting someone.
Any target that you'd ever find hard to do?
I actually had a situation with some children. They were going around a street corner. One of the bigger ones, I would have guessed from the back, like 18, you know, I would have put him in military age male. And he had an AK. So immediately, you know, I went for the rifle. And when they came back around, one of the youngest ones had the AK. So, you know, I was like, sons of bitches, you know, they gave the little kid the gun, you know, to come back with.
Well, there's some people down there. I just can't see anybody with weapons right now.
They got so many kids walking down there and shit.
Precision fire, buddy, precision.
And I'd started my trigger pull, and to the last second, Lanker said, dude, that gun's a toy. You know, I double-checked real fast, and it was a toy.
I saw the guy out the mosque, he had an AK, and his buddy took him around the corner.
Did you get him?
Roger.
What's your most vivid memory of Iraq? Right now, for real, it's probably that little kid that I didn't shoot.
Bud, you guys have midnight show here?
That's kind of normal.
Hey.
Fuck, no.
Are you serious?
Stay hungry, baby.
Hey,
Stay hungry. You still thinking about going out, Jake?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
How the mission go? How the mission?
The guys were like, that's how quick it happens sometimes, you know? A guy came around the corner with an AK, you know, positive identification, boom. I mean, you know, it'd be interesting to talk to Joe, because, you know, he was all like, 120 missions, you're only one-on-one. I'm like, now it's like, yeah, I'm about 15, 16. I'm still not at 120. So, you know. Merry Christmas to you, too. Hey, we'll spend next one together. We'll go 5 years.
Next morning at dawn, I set out on another mission.
If y'all want to take off, we're gonna start pushing north here.
This time with the lead element of the Iraqi Army as it pushed into Jazeera with the aid of U.S. Marine advisors. I was determined to cram as much combat experience into this 5-week trip as I could.
Hey, I got shots fired up here in front of me, 3.
The Iraqi soldiers ran towards the gunfire, and I ran with them. By the time we reached the enemy position, they had already fled across the river.
Hey, sir, they're on the other side of the river, 3 guys. On the other side of the river, they ran. There's 3 guys with rifles.
Our unit ran into another patrol of Iraqi soldiers under the supervision of Staff Sergeant Edward Allier, whom I'd met earlier that week.
What's up? Freaking informant's house over there. Speaks good English. I got it marked. You know, he told me, he's like, oh, there's no militants here. No, so I'm like, well, we're good.
Same thing.
He's real concerned about how long we're going to be here.
I told you we'd see how the dark side of the Force worked.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous, sir.
I hear you.
That's dangerous. Taking your life in your own hands. I'm not responsible for anything.
Happy to say that I was running after the Iraqi Army, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah, and they were going in the right direction.
They were going towards the bullets.
Which is also a positive thing.
I knew this could be a dangerous mission. Staff Sergeant Allier and this company of inexperienced Iraqi troops was leading the push north of the Euphrates River into Jazeera, formerly a Ba'athist stronghold, now the staging ground for the domestic insurgency in the Sunni Triangle. As the lead element of a 7-battalion operation, it wasn't a question of running into trouble, but when.
629-005. We're trying to find a way around the canal over. Hey, dog. Grab that rock. That ain't gonna cut it. Oh my God. Instead of watching, grab something and put it over there. Mustafa, tell them to start grabbing shit. Well, they're moving way too fucking slow.
Very nice.
Instead of smoking, pick the fucking dirt up.
You good? Okay.
Oh, Jesus, let's go, rookie.
We made it.
We made it. This is it. All right, this bend in the road right here. That's where we're at. Your GPS isn't even on. That's awesome. The guy doesn't look at a map, just turns his GPS on and tells me I don't know where I'm at. I try and freaking orient him to the goddamn road. I'm like, here's the bend in the road. I show him the fucking bend in the road on the map that he's looking at.
He's not there.
Yeah, we're not there. We're still 300 meters south. This is what's gonna happen. Right now, we're right here.
No.
As soon as the Wahhabi or whatever, the terrorists, the insurgents, start coming from this way and taking this road, I'm happy that I got a chance to do this job, because when I left the first time, I had a negative opinion about the people here. When I started seeing Iraqi soldiers that I trained and ate and slept with, bleeding, getting shot to my left and right, doing the same kind of job that my Marines would be doing, that made me a little more open-minded to start listening to them.
It's this car. No one belongs to this car of these houses.
Okay, never seen that car before.
يعني ما شايفها بالهاي السيارة قبل.
أنا جاي أتريق. I don't want a long story, just answer my questions, yes or no.
قبل لا والله ما شايف. Never seen.
Okay, burn the car. Burn the car.
لا صعد بها.
Get the soldiers on the roof. What the fuck?
There are some bad guys shooting to us. He needs to find out how many guys.
So they're in contact right now. They see them right now.
Yeah, they see them.
The soldiers see them right now.
Yes.
So why aren't they shooting at them? You know what? Don't say that.
They shoot them.
Okay. All right, come with me.
Okay.
يا جماعة نزلوا يسوون. أنا أبغى سووا سيدي. انبطحوا.
So they saw the truck drive up.
Yes.
Then they saw guys get out and shoot at them.
Yes.
Burn the truck.
حرقها.
Buckeye base, this is Buckeye 3. Yeah, be advised, I'm looking at the vehicle now. We're searching it for any type of intel. I'm looking at the license plate. The license plate's been scratched, so you can't identify the vehicle. So we're just gonna go ahead and burn it in place.
Part of Alier's routine is to teach the Iraqi soldiers how to interact with the locals and provide security through their presence on the street.
You know, like guys like Stefan Alia, he'll come back to this house several times. You know, and before you know it, they'll come out and talk to him when they see him.
Why not? He's developing relationships.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's going to be working here for a while now. And half of what he's doing is kind of role-playing. He's trying to get the Iraqis, particularly the lieutenant, to do the same thing. Rarely they do. The Iraqis, particularly here in a Sunni region, they're scared to death of going into Sunni area, particularly the Shia soldiers, because they automatically assume everybody's bad. And it'll take them a little while. They'll see Stefan Ali doing this. After a while, they'll realize, hey, I can do this too, and they'll talk to me.
By the way, Buckeye Base, we've asked several people that live in Jazeera where the Wahhabis operate. They indicated that there are none in Jazeera, that there's no problems in Jazeera. Jazeera, good, and they suggested that we can go back to America. So don't unpack my gear, because I'm going to jump on the next bird. I'm out.
Oh, la Wahhabi, la Wahhabi, la Wahhabi. Muzian.
Oh, damn. Why is somebody dead?
The locals don't want to say anything because basically it's like a bunch of little gangs running around here. They threaten the civilians. They tell them, if you tell, we will kill you. People won't talk because they don't want to be involved. You get involved, you lose your life.
This is what I got to deal with. This is it, right here. What's your bad day like?
You hear Buckeye 6 got a big cache?
They did?
Yeah, just south of us.
Nice.
632004, right near where you're going to put that TCP weapons cache. Jones just found it. They will push down that road just a little bit, they would have found it.
63200. All this time we've been talking.
It was all just buried in there. So as we started walking along, we just started finding rice bags or grain bags just kind of sticking out. And once you just pull the thread, you start to see all kind of stuff.
You see the weapon we find in the big hole?
I don't believe you. I think you brought it with you.
Just there from here. Again. You know how many? Maybe 80 bombs.
Yeah?
80.
You know, we were supposed to be here first. But unfortunately, he couldn't translate fast enough, and you beat us here. If it wasn't for him, we would have found all this.
Yeah, next time. But I heard you burned 2 vehicles.
Yeah, well.
Pull.
Pull! Move! Okay, let's go.
I'm trying to fucking get you to come out with me.
What? I fucking begged.
No, you begged to take the company from me. Well, you're like, hey, dude, how about you just stay home and I'll take your company? Could you imagine? I couldn't even look at them soldiers if you'd have been out there and I was.
I'm hating. I'm hating.
You know why? Because you weren't there.
All right, roger that. I've been talking.
Hey, you got that fire going?
Roger that.
You got some good footage of them blowing that shit up, though, right?
I got some good stuff, but I was out of tape, so.
He got it from a distance. Did you get a chance to get a picture of all the ordnance and shit?
Yeah, I got a big, I shot the hell out of that.
Mr. Johnny Burnham, journalist, got a really nice shot. Johnny Burnham, journalist.
Of that license plate. Oh, fucking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were looking out. That's right. That's right. You were looking out. He was looking out. He was looking out. He was looking out.
Then pulled back, got the whole fucking truck.
Right. You looking out. Yeah. You looking out.
He gave you some backup. All right. We got somewhat of an honest journalist.
There you go.
Yeah, no shit.
6394.
6394.
906.
Next day at the communication center, word comes in that Aliyer's company of Iraqi soldiers, being led today by Marine Gunner Kensington, has been caught in a crossfire with the insurgents.
4 degrees magnetic.
Staff Sergeant Aliyer has taken a group out to help, and I'm going with him.
Let's go, buddy.
This time I didn't have to ask. I walked to the Humvee, and Aliyer got me a seat on the ammo can.
Big concern today is that they did not mess with the stuff as far as rigging it.
Hey, camera guy. Yeah. Get behind me. Sit your ass right there. Shot RPG, so just be on the lookout for that. They had us in a crossfire as soon as we got up here. Those houses that we just left and that berm across there, they were wearing it out, but they were just kicking up dirt. They weren't hitting anybody.
What's in one?
They were running. Fucking picture. You want to take a picture? Okay. All right, here. Picture. All right, Mushtaq, get in a picture. You make it. Do a picture of it, Mushtaq. Okay.
Okay, no, okay.
Mushtaq Sharif.
Hello.
Ali. Okay, now watch the bad guy. Look for Wahhabi.
No Wahhabi.
Look for Wahhabi. No, try. The panhard's going to be behind all the judges.
It was going to be a long walk back to base. So I decided to run to the front of the column to catch my ride in the Humvee.
Fuck.
I think that was an IED.
You what?
I think that was an IED. Good. منا هو منا جاي منا شي تركض سيد منا شي تركض منا والله يلا تحرك على جماعتنا على جماعتنا وش تنسى الجماعة تصوير ها؟ بين هارد
ماكو شي سلامات
بندقيته وين هذا؟
اجت فيها رجل فهمت؟
جيبوا له بندقيته
والي
جيبوا له بندقيته
اجتك نهاية
اغلب يا اغلب هاي بندقيته
هاي مالتي هاي سيدي هاي مالتي On patrol today, when we were ambushed, all the soldiers from Company 2 performed like professionals.
يقول كلكم اديتوا عمل رائع وانا اشكركم على هذا الشيء وكنتوا اقوياء.
You had good discipline when you were firing back. You were not firing in the air, you were firing at the terrorists.
يقول انتوا ترمون بشكل خاطئ، ترمون هذا الاتجاه وهذا الاتجاه، هم زي ما صبتوا يعني ما صارت عندكم اصابات من وراء رميكم العشوائي.
So I expect all of you, if I fall down and get hurt or die, I expect you to fight and not get emotional, but to keep fighting and keep your wits.
يقول انتوا عملتوا بشكل رائع وقاتلتوا وانا وياكم واللي يصير بيكم يصير بيه زين بس انتبهوا للرمي وانتبهوا شلون تستعملون الاسلحه.
نعم
ولا
شكرا
ديفيد انت صدق له ابو داوود
kind of a moving thing that one brother thinks enough of his other brothers to try and make a film about what they're doing, understand what they're doing, and understand, sacrifice, commitment, something greater than themselves.
What's up?
Some of my reasons for going, I'm sure, were personal. I wanted to see if I could do it, handle it. That's why I wanted to be a soldier when I was a kid.
I could see that.
But I didn't really have anything back here.
That you were sacrificing?
I don't have a family like you have.
Welcome to the Fox Company, 51st Infantry, Long Range Surveillance.
519th Military Intelligence Battalion Change of Command Ceremony. We are honored that you could join us for today's ceremony, where you will witness the formal and symbolic transfer of command from Captain Thomas M. Hove to Captain Isaac J. Rademacher.
In my heart of hearts, I didn't want to leave the Army. I belong there. It's what I do. We don't do it for the money or to say I have a career. It's because I feel like I'm called to do so. It's my call to duty, if you will. It's just who I am.
Poopy butt, yuck. Poopy diaper, yuck.
When it was just me and her before, you know, she would always, Mommy, Mommy. And now, you know, about 50% of the time I hear, Daddy. And that's like great.
Hunter what? Hunter Rademacher?
I think when he does deploy, it'll be very hard for her to understand why her father is leaving her. And it'll be my job to try to explain as best I can that, you know, it's not because he doesn't love her. It's because, you know, he has to do what he has to do, and he still loves her, and he'll always come back to her, so.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Joseph Edward Rademacher.
As you all know, this is my little brother. I just took command of the Lurch Company today, and now he's re-enlisting, so this is a pretty big day for our family. Everybody always asks me how I feel about my little brother being in harm's way. I always tell them the same thing. One, Joe's a badass, so I'm not worried about it. And two, he is in the best battalion in the United States Army. And I think, I know I'm biased, but I think he sets the example for a lot of young soldiers out there. So let's give him a hand for re-enlisting.
I don't think things will be as difficult as they were last time because, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's with all of his friends, and I don't think it'll change me that much either, being away from him. So. It did last time, though. Jeez. It's like I just finally got happy again. Because I was depressed for a long time, and he even noticed. He's like, I'm here, what's wrong? I don't know. I just can't. And finally, I'm like, happy again. And then he leaves.
Hey, snipers, let's go.
And I'm not mad at him for going. He can't do anything about it. He has to go. So.
Prudencio, Fuentes, Rademacher, Raza, Reed Conrad, Reed Williams, Reed, Angola, Flank, Cutter, Doyle, Graham,
I don't know if I've earned a seat at the table with Joe, but I do know that having walked a mile in my brother's shoes, I understand each of them better now. I know that we all miss our brothers, but maybe, if we get to know them better, they can never be gone from us.